Rita, the Questioning Quilter, and this is the fourth in my series on brand new disappearing quilts. And appropriately enough, this is a variation of a disappearing 4-patch. Now these disappearing blocks are so easy, and what could be easier than starting with a 4-patch? Now before I show you how easy this is to make, I want to invite you to stay around to the very end where I've got a sneak peek at next month's quilt. So here we go. 4-patch blocks are of course made from 4 square pieces of fabric. In this case, 4 3/4 inch squares. Now I think this design looks better if the 2 primary fabrics are of different values as well as different colors. In this case, fabric 1, the blue batik, is a medium dark fabric, and fabric 2, the orange, is medium. The background fabrics here are white, but they could be any very light fabric. So when we sew these together, we end up with a 4-patch block, which should measure 9 inches by 9 inches. We are going to cut this into 9 equal 3-inch squares. To do that, we are going to cut 1.5 inches from this center seam. And I like to put a piece of tape marking the mark on the ruler. This really helps prevent miscuts. So we're going to cut 1. 2. Now we're going to rotate the mat 180 degrees. Now if you have one of those fancy Lazy Susan mats, awesome. Now's the time to use it. But if you don't, well, as you see, turning the mat is no big deal. We make the 3rd. And 4th cuts. So now we have a variety of different pieces. We have a 4-patch, we have 2 white squares, 2 primary color squares, and 4 of these bar blocks. Now to make this block, we're going to take this dark blue, we're going to turn it so that it's in the upper left-hand corner. Take the next dark fabric, fabric 1, put it to the right. Now these 2 bar blocks made with the darker fabric, they're going to go here with the 2 dark fabrics touching each other. Now on this one, we're going to put the medium fabric here underneath. We're going to take these 2 bar blocks and we're going to put them vertically. And again, so the 2 orange pieces touch each other. And then these whites just go into the 2 last spots. And when they're sewn together, they look like this. So now we have all of the blocks done. Now before I show you how to put this together, I want to remind you to just go down below, click like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, and stick around to the end to see a preview of next month's design. Now if you notice here, we have a white rectangle surrounded by orange. This is going to be the center of a new motif that is created by 4 of these blocks. Now you notice that as you keep this white rectangle, the one that's surrounded by the orange, to the center, you have to rotate the blocks. And what happens, you can start to see this design in the middle. It's kind of like a squared off pinwheel that's often called a whirligig. So we have one whirligig block surrounded by the orange. Now, if we take 4 of these motifs and we put them together, if you notice what's happening in this corner, we're starting to create another whirligig, this one surrounded by the blue. And a shout out to the Green Valley Quilt Guild for helping me come up with the name for this quilt, which is Whirlygig Two Step. And once all the blocks are put together, it looks like this. And it's done. And the thing that I love about this quilt, aside from how easy it is the kind of movement generated and how it feels like these blocks are dancing around the top of the quilt. Now I'm probably going to add a couple more rows and turn this into a nice sized lap quilt. And if you want a printable pattern for this, then just go to my website, sign up for my free newsletter on any page. When you get the confirmation email, There will be a link to the newsletter archive, and this is in the August 2021 issue. Now, as promised, here's a computer-generated picture of the quilt that I plan on making for next month. Now, it doesn't have a name yet, so I'm hoping to get your help. Please, in the comments below, tell me what you think I should name this quilt. And if I choose your suggestion, you'll get a shout out in next month's video. Please, thank you so much for watching. Stay well and happy quilting.